Bob Guidry and I met at another third-party administration firm. He had been there for really since high school, and then I joined there in 1997. We were there a couple of years, and long story short, I felt like we could maybe do this on our own. So Bob and I formed RSG with actually three other partners who ultimately we bought them out a few years later, but we started from scratch, selling retirement plans, administering retirement plans. I grew up in the New Orleans area they called the West Bank, so it's the west side of the Mississippi River, and been there my whole life. I actually went to high school at a New Orleans public high school, and I got my bachelor's of management degree at University of New Orleans. So I'm New Orleans through and through. And Bob Guidry, my business partner, is also from the New Orleans area, and he's born and raised as well in New Orleans. We got going in '99, and then we really we ran across Tony Supino. She was still in college, believe it or not, and her mother was working in an office in the same office that we were sharing. And, she was looking for some work, and we were starting to pick up some business, and she just started really doing data entry. And she was a sharp young lady, and we knew, at some point, if we were successful, she would be a great member on the team.
I have been in this business for 23 years this summer. I started out in college as an intern. Well, not really an official intern, but just kind of doing data entry, just learning what the business was. Over the years, I became an administrator, worked on takeovers and conversions, supported documents and amendments, and got multiple designations, and moved into a leadership role, really at the prompting of Bob and Joey. I mentioned this to them recently, and that I kind of felt like I didn't really go into this career looking to be a leader, but they always saw something in me and said, we think this is the next level for you. We think you'd do great with this. And I really just trusted them to kind of guide me along that path. So here I am 23 years later, the president of RSG.
Tony's been a key player. She's really taken on everything we've thrown at her over the years. And even with Bob exiting the business, she had to take on a lot of responsibilities from his side, and she really jumped in that full force. Tony and I had a discussion a few years ago, and I felt like, Tony, I don't know that, I or the current situation with RSG can bring to bear what's going to keep you around, quite frankly. I felt like she really has the ability to go a lot further along, and I just didn't see how that was going to happen here. So with this, with this Strongpoint opportunity, she is now, I think in my eyes, she's flourishing. She's getting able to rise up. She's leading our team, but then she's also bringing value to the rest of the organization and other teams. And I'm hearing that, independently from folks.
My team makes me look amazing. I mean, they're crushing it. So all of my decisions need to support their career paths. That's really what it comes down to. And growth is the catalyst for that. For us, it was, that I felt like we had built a really great team, and I felt like we just needed some support in the right areas where we could really then become the RSG that we all kind of felt we could really become. What's enhanced my leadership or my communication with my team is I feel like how the examples I'm seeing from your leadership team in terms of how well you guys communicate and how well you receive feedback. I definitely feel like my input and my team's input matters as we're building this process. So that's what you really want in a partnership. So that's what you'll get. There will be challenges, there will be some struggles, but that's part of growing.
So I feel like, Strongpoint has our back. I feel like I can pick up the phone and talk with any of the other founders or presidents. And I not only do I feel like it, I've done it. And we're all, kind of on the same team, and it's in the same industry. It's a tough industry, but man, I personally, I don't want to do this alone. I want to have, folks on the team, other experts, helping us to make decisions that are not only good for our division, but for the whole firm.
That I feel really confident that we made the right decision. And I actually texted Bob and Joey over the weekend, just letting them know that. I was like, kind of in my feelings, as my husband said. And I was like, I'm so happy that we made this choice.
She's even conveyed that to me and Bob, that she had sent actually both a text not too long ago and said, hey, I've been thinking about how this whole deal went down, and I really think y'all made the right decision going with Strongpoint. Really, our guts told us these are the right people. So